mustache. When he looks into the mirror, he might notice his hair needs a trim. Not to spoil the story, but the mouse continues on to clean the house, take a nap, make a drawing, get thirsty, ask for milk, and finally, he'll want a cookie again. Now, I didn't bring up this nostalgic childhood story entirely to please the English department. I brought it up because that little busy mouse can help us think about a big question that has no single or right answer, but is one that we all need to think about as we leave D. Toledo and enter this new chapter of our academic careers and lives ahead. What is our unique purpose? What is our why? Let me preface this by saying that I'm not here to tell you that you need to have figured out the purpose of your life at the age of 17 or 18. I mean, most of us still haven't even figured out what the difference between Maroon and Gold Week is. But this is about knowing that there is something greater and God-given within us that will be there for us for the rest of our lives to guide us and create meaning. Everyone on earth has a purpose, including each one of us. And that purpose provides us with an inner drive that is what will give our lives the greatest amount of happiness and fulfillment. Our purpose is our why. It is the motivator that allows us to do good things for the world. For the mouse, his purpose was the cookie. Our purpose will be different for every one of us, yet we all share this in common. We all have the capacity to do good because we were born with the spirit, with room to grow constantly. To help us encounter and achieve this purpose, we naturally create goals for ourselves, which in turn shape who we are and instill our deepest values. Some of these goals might be things we seek out, and others are things we feel we must do. Over the past 4 years, like all of us, I have set ambitious goals for myself. Some of them I've met and achieved, and others I've failed at. One goal that I will always cherish and be particularly proud of has been working alongside the senior class to create an understanding that we are more alike than we are different, and that we have the ability to come together as one group of friends. Looking at all of you today gives me the greatest sense of gratitude for all the opportunities I had at D. Toledo. Achieving the goal of running for class president and having the pleasure of being a leader in the senior class has shaped me in countless ways that will serve me for the rest of my life. I have learned how to be patient, organized, and versatile, thus giving me the foundation to be a better leader. In addition to this great goal, there have been many that I've honestly failed at. Just like many of us, I have failed countless New Year's resolutions, started projects without finishing them, and failed to ever learn the Hebrew alphabet even after 9 years of Hebrew classes. Slicha, Roman. Yet, I have learned that the combination of my achieved and failed goals has shaped my values in work ethic, collaboration, and chesed, striving to be a kind person. Goals shape who we become and what we stand for. And by the way, it doesn't matter what the goals actually are. They can be seeking something small, like getting an A on an assignment, or a large goal, like a dream career. They will change over time, and maybe they will even lead to other goals. For example, right now, I want to go to college to study engineering, to have a career in STEM. But who knows, maybe when I get there, I'll realize I actually want to become a lawyer, or a diplomat, or the next head of school at D. Toledo High School. Watch out, Mr. Schfall. Remember how the mouse was constantly going from one thing onto the next until he finally ran into the cookie again? Like many of us, the mouse filled its life with goals, things to keep it busy. The mouse never seemed satisfied with his life and would create new goals to fill out his days. But whatever he did, he always ended up back where he started, at the cookie. Now, my proposition to you today is that these goals, no matter how superficial they seem or how often they change, are actually fundamental in the people we grow into. Just like how the mouse went through the story wanting more and finally ending up back where he started at the cookie, I believe that our purpose, like the cookie, has been within us the entire time. It is through creating goals, growth, and discovering our values that we understand our purpose. In addition to our purpose being understood through goals, it can be there for us in times of societal challenge. Right now, we live in a world that's changing so fast that we don't know what could be the same or different 1 year, 5 years, and 10 years down the road. War, politics, The economy, emerging technologies, and the climate loom over us, so we have no idea how our future will look. I don't think any of us could imagine, even a few years ago, that artificial intelligence is now capable of doing so many tasks we previously thought only humans could do. Even in our past 4 years together, we have experienced a global pandemic, a mass terror attack on October 7th, the subsequent plea to return our hostages, the recent catastrophic fire in the Palisades that affected so many of our own, and a rise in anti-Semitism on our college campuses and around the world. And honestly, I think these shifts, with our lives completely changing within moments, have made us numb to change and tragedy. I don't think there's ever been a time in modern history when so much has been at stake to change at such a rapid pace. Regardless of these changes, we should find comfort in that our purpose will not change and will always be there for us to guide us through any societal obstacles or tests to our values. We are still so young and don't have everything worked out yet. It's okay to not know all the answers. Our purpose is something that we can tap into as our constant. Our why is an integral part of us that no one can take away. For many of us, though, there is a sense of anxiety that is stopping us from encountering our purpose, the thing we need to latch onto to guide us through life, because we are scared it's wrong or too significant. Yet, there is no wrong purpose or purpose that seems too far-fetched, because again, God did not make a mistake when God made us. God has a plan that we will shoot for the stars and one day actually reach them. So we cannot be afraid to dream big, think about what's possible, stand for something, and put ourselves on the line to make a difference in the world. We've been put here for a reason. The question is, why? We all have it inside of us from the beginning. The mouse always came back to the cookie as his why and his purpose. So let me leave you with this. Life doesn't happen to us, it happens for us. God created you because God has a vision for you and a purpose for you to contribute to our world and be someone kind and remarkable. Be like the mouse and remember that you have everything you need inside of you to be something great. Now it is your turn to pursue it. Congratulations, and lastly, to the class of 2025.